with that, I'll give you Isos, who's going to sort of talk about how and why 3 years from now, if he's successful in his organization, which built Skyline at Brickell, right next to the Bristol Tower, how and why, if they deliver 3 years from now, why they think they can be successful. Please.
Well, good evening, everyone. I want to first off thank Peter. Peter, you're awesome. You're a fellow Chicagoan like us. I'm from Chicago as well. And when Peter asked me to come do this, I jumped to the opportunity. So hopefully get to shed a little light here tonight on what Sky Palace is doing, what Skyline Equities Realty is doing. But before I do that, let me give you a little history about us and who we are. Skyline Equities Realty was formed in 1999 by Evangeline Galidas, who's here tonight. In her restaurant, I remember the night we had dinner, and she said, let's form our company. And we called it Skyline Equities Realty, looking over the skyline of Chicago from our restaurant in Lake Point Tower, in the 70th floor of Lake Point Tower, one of the buildings we did. And since then, it's been quite a ride. We did a building in Chicago called Skyline Century of Progress, 292 unit, $58 million rehab with historic tax credits. And let me tell you, I learned a lot about financing on that deal, something special. And it takes a special developer like Angie to be able to do stuff like that. So we did that one. Then we came down here, we bought Skyline on Brickell. That one wasn't on my birthday, it was the next one on my birthday. Bought Skyline on Brickell there, 360 units, 2101 Brickell Avenue. Developed that building, sold it out, closed and paid back the bank in actually 6 weeks. With the closings then, those were the heydays, November of 04. It was really easy, weren't they? They were too easy. Lines out the door, selling it, sold it in under a year, closed it in under 8 weeks, and paid back the bank in 6. Then we did Sky Palace. That was on my birthday. So it's a blessing. It's a good one, I hope. And it will be, actually. I'll tell you all about that tonight. Sky Palace we contracted for back in 2004. Really went to work on the marketing of that late that year. So it's an interesting project, mixed-use project. Contracted with the previous owners, Constructa, Ivanhoe. Cambridge is now the existing owner, but Constructa, from who did Euro Disney France and Coco Walk, had the original design with Wolfberg Alvarez as one continued project, which really feeds into why we're able to do what we're doing today. But Constructa sold us the air rights. We bought air, which hasn't really been done in Miami very often, to my knowledge.
Not at all.
In New York, all the time. So we did it down here, something we've done before, again. So it takes a project company like Skyline and Angie to do something that doesn't really happen in Miami. So we bought the air rights. We went to market, started selling it. And because of some delays, which ended up being good for us, because if I had to deliver, I would have been in your boat. And I wouldn't be here, obviously. So I'd be back in Chicago working at the restaurant.
I'd be flapping the jacks.
Flapping the jacks, yeah. Cooking the steaks, whatever it may be. So actually, it was a blessing in disguise. We had sold 240 contracts of the 369 units. And we had to go back and resell them again, which our lender wanted. And we actually had to extend our closing date, change our condo docs, open our rescissions, and did resell the heck out of it. And our buyers now that are there are clean. They're clean in that they're not speculators. They're not flippers. These people have the chance to walk away with interest, and they did. Not all of them. We kept a majority of them, a great chunk of them that got, because that's what's helping us our financing today. Okay? But
Did
people
you
did walk
have to
away.
resell because of the time frames?
Yeah, because of the late delivery.
Late
The outside 5-year HUD. Yeah, we were running late on that. So, anyways, I want to just back up a little bit. Skyline Realty International, Angie's background, we've done 3 buildings together, but we have a developer, very lucky to have a developer for background. 30,000 condos, 124 buildings in 40 demographic cities around the world, around the nation, excuse me. Tried to go international and decided it wasn't a good time and came back to the United States and continued her adventure here. So with that, and also, gotta say, her balance sheet looks pretty good. That's definitely helped to get our financing today. So you heard a little history. Let's go back to Sky Palace, jump around a little bit. I don't know how many of you know about it. It's 369 units above Publix in the epicenter of Brickell. It's the heart of Brickell, Mary Brickell Village. It's where everyone comes to play. And because of its location, And because of its size, it's not a mammoth 700, 1,800 unit project. It's 369 units. More than half of them are sold. At substantial prices, I might add, because of the quality and the uniqueness of this product. Sky Palace is a building that some people have said belongs in like Coral Gables or Coconut Grove because it's not a glass steel structure. It's a warm Mediterranean lifestyle living concept. It tailors to more than, just a vanilla box, which I see a lot in Brickell. There's a lot. I'm not going to name names, but there's vanilla boxes. This is a different product type. This is a high-end product at affordable prices with amenities that can't be beat. And because of its location and timing, which you'll read in Peter's report, if you get your hands on that, the full report that just came out yesterday, the timing couldn't be better. There's only 2 years of inventory left. I don't need to keep selling every last unit between now and then. I don't want to. I'm going to hold on to a lot of my inventory, and my lender wants me to. So with that, we sell a few more units here and there throughout the next 24 months, and we'll have 50, 100 units at the closing. In 2 years, when everything else that's new is gone, there's been nothing else developed. The last building that started construction was 3 years ago. The next building to start, there won't be one for another 2 years, but us, Sky Palace. So we have a 5-year gap where there's no new development. So when you deliver a product that is accepted by the market, and it has been, and double accepted by buyers that sign flags, at a time when there's nothing else new, you've done something special. And we were able to do that because of a developer, because of the locations, because of special bond financing that we're able to arrange that no other project in Miami has done, bond financing. And I'll talk to you more about that one-on-one. Okay, and go not to a bank, because we went to 55 banks, and you're right, there's not one bank in Howard. There isn't one. I tried. 55 banks.
I believe you.
No, I walked to the door. Where are you coming from, Miami?
Well,
55
Miami
times.
And the word condo also.
Condo, Miami condo, forget about it, right? Well, we went to a different group. We went to a hedge fund. And that hedge fund saw an opportunity and sees a margin, sees a profit, and they're excited about it. So we're excited about it with them. Now they want more money. They want other things. They have their criteria. They've done 6 months of due diligence. They've went through every financial statement, everything clean. They love our books, everything's good. They have a last piece of the puzzle, which we are actually very proud to say we'll probably have resolved in the next week or two. And with that, we'll start the commencement of construction. So financing is looking really good. If this was 2 weeks later, I'd be holding a commitment letter.
Ahead of the curve.
Ahead of the curve, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe you can call me back next month. I can tell you about that, how that went. But let's talk a little bit about construction costs too, because that was raised. Yeah, it's probably about 20, 30% less. Cool thing about our project is that our pedestal in our garage is already in, and it was built back in 04, 03 prices. Long time ago, when it was cheaper. It wasn't built in the 05, 06 prices. And then my cost that I have to pay for the air rights, there's a second part. You pay for the air rights, plus you pay reimbursements for parking in the garage and all that, are really like 01 prices, because I got a sweetheart deal. And thanks to the good negotiations of our company, we were able to do that. So my total hard cost in is nowhere close to 175, 200 that most people would think. It's more than 150 range, which is phenomenal. Because if I had to carry that extra $25 or $50 a square foot, I wouldn't be here again. I just wouldn't be able to build it.